Do you
We should definitely talk about the doublelift angle.
Well, that was exactly what I was going to go to.
Yeah.
I'm ahead of you. So I just wanted to start off with the question, like, do you think the tactical right now in his current form is just a better pure AD than doublelift? Like, do you think like 1-to-1 you compare them both, tactical is just better right now?
I don't know. I think he's more consistent at least, and I think he makes less mistakes than doublelift. That's how I feel at least. But I mean, I don't know if I can like talk from like a purely mechanical standpoint if he's better when it comes to all that kind of stuff. But he's definitely like a lot more consistent than doublelift was. I mean, I haven't really like I don't really know about just the current iteration of TSM, but you know, spring split doublelift, he was definitely like way more consistent than him.
I don't know if you know this, but one of the reasons why people hate on you now is actually because they all, like, you know, when fans just pick like one random thing to define everything, right? Because you basically made comments when Doublelift was leaving that, like, you know, he had like, I can't remember what you said, like he wasn't dedicated or something, or whatever the fuck comments you said. They all think you've like backstabbed him because after Worlds, he did that video where he was like, don't blame my teammates, even though it's like, first of all, Doublelift does that like every fucking year because of how World scores, but whatever. Like, they think that basically like he was like loyal to you in that setting, and then you sort of threw him under the bus. Like, what would you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even like throw him under the bus. It's not like it was my decision to like fucking get rid of him. Like, I was just approached one day. I'm like, hey, it's like, what do you think of doublelift versus tactical? And I just gave my honest opinion. You know, I said like there was pros and cons to both players. Like, you know, I think doublelift, like I even said shit like, you know, when doublelift is motivated, like he's really fucking good. Like, I don't know if he's really replaceable. And then I said and then on the other side, like, you know, tactical, when we played with him in scrims, he was super consistent. Like, you know, he was often our best player in practice. So, you know, he definitely has a lot of potential too. But like, I wasn't even sure who to pick myself. I was like, man, like, I don't know. Like, I think
so
both are really great players.
And you voted against doublelift?
No, I didn't even like have a vote. Like, I just gave my opinion like on both players, like listed their strengths and weaknesses to like help the coaches and management get a better idea of who to pick, I guess. I mean, I was like pretty surprised myself because I thought we were just gonna keep them both and then see who's better. But it was, you know, it was one or the other. That was,
people made it sound like, listen, spoilers, like it was that fucking end of like that season finale of that season of Game of Thrones where they kill Jon Snow and then everyone just comes forward and stabs him. And then at the end there's that like one kid who's like, not you as well. And then that kid's just like, for the watch or whatever. Like, and you're like, oh, not that guy as well. This is so fun. Like, wasn't like that then. That all people have overblown that. To be fair, these people are TSM fans. So
yeah, I mean,
necessarily have a point.
Yeah, I mean, it was super weird to me because I was just, you know, telling it from my perspective that, you know, I think we needed some sort of change. But I guess people like thought I implied that, oh yeah, Jensen wants to get rid of Doublelift. Like, he fucking hates him even after everything Doublelift has done for him. But, you know, he was a good friend of mine. Like, I didn't want to get rid of him, but this wasn't my choice, you know. But I just came out with like. Did
you have a good working relationship?
Yeah, no, I thought we worked best together just on the team. We had really good, I'd say, chemistry, but I think he definitely had problems with others on the team, which is probably a bigger reason as to why, like, maybe the management thought he didn't work out.
I mean, it's just weird to hear that because when you look at like the other two people, it's like, okay, if he has problems with others, it's Brock's, like the only three other people, right, are Brock's the guy that, you know, he complimented the most on his way out, so people assume that there was a decent relationship, and then the other two motherfuckers are world champions, right? So it's like you've like, how could you have a problem with Core JJ as your support? I mean, Core JJ is literally my MVP candidate right now. Like, this guy is so fucking good.
Do you want some speculation?
Sure.
I'll speculate right now. The two people you're talking about who aren't called Brocks are Korean. And by the way, Koreans do not fuck with people who do not practice. They do not like it when you come to practice scrims out of shape. They do not like it when you say you take the spring split off and you just have weeks where you don't play. And like, that's just a guess, but I put it this way, I could imagine that probably plays a factor. And if you're playing bad in the game, by the way, Koreans also don't accept that. Like, that's why in Korea, they just fucking sub your ass out, even if you like faker. Like, they're expected to perform to a certain level. What do you think, Jensen?
No, I mean, I think what you say makes a lot of sense. I mean, personally, I don't really like know, like, I agree with like all the Korean culture stuff and stuff, but I don't really like know how exactly they felt about him. You know, if they like were like, oh, let's fucking get rid of him, like we don't like him.
Sure.
Because I never really talked to them about that kind of stuff. But you know, there was just like, you know, in like our reviews and stuff, there was just like a lot of tension about like a lot of it like just came down to like how we wanted to play the game. Like, you know, like Doublelift wanted Broxah to gank bot a lot, Impact wanted him to gank top a lot, and Broxah wasn't really like sure himself like a lot of the time what the right choice was, I guess. So then it just felt to me like Broxah couldn't really play the game he wanted to, and Doublelift wanted Broxah to play the way he wanted to, and Impact kind of wanted Broxah top as well. So like basically like I just felt like the biggest issue was like them three just didn't really work out together when it came to like using jungle resources at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's also bonkers to me. Like, I'm not surprised that Impact did that, Dom, because to be fair, no one else in his entire career ever agreed to gank top. So he probably just said it like, just thought, I'll give it a try every time we get a new jungler. And then when Broxah just said yes, he was like, holy shit, I can keep doing this. Like, yeah, come top again. Like, that guy spent his whole career playing the weak side. What the fuck? Broxah, just listen, if you ever have this choice again, like you weighing it up, should I go to Korean top laner, happy playing weak side and all the shit champions? Or should I go to like super diva AD carry who has to be played around every single meta? This is a tough one. Which shall I go? Like, come on, mate. You just go to Doublelift lane on that one, don't you?
Yeah.
That's easy. I solved that one for you. You don't even need to. There's nothing to figure out on that one.